Hello and welcome back to my small little library. This is the second try because the first one corrupted, so I'm really sorry if, it seems a little bit weird. But yeah, let's talk about my reading plans for October. First of all, it is my birthday month, so I don't know how much extra time I will have reading because my mother comes to visit at the beginning of the month and then towards the middle and end of the month. We're on holiday, traveling for my birthday to Disneyland, so I won't be reading much during those times, so we'll see how much actually reading time I can get in the month. I will try as best as I can. And obviously, it's a month of Stephen King horror books and just all over mysteries and, not really spooky books, but like slightly spooky books. The first one I plan on reading is 11/22/63. I have to be totally honest, I don't know anything about this book, but it was recommended to me in my Stephen King beginner's guide. And so I did pick it up secondhand, which you will have seen if you watched last week's haul. But yeah, this is the first one. For me, Stephen King, even if the book necessarily isn't horror, Stephen King always fits in the more like spooky mood, so I'm totally fine with the book if it's not horror or anything like that. Just like reading Stephen King in October is like totally fine. Last year or the year before that, I read it in October and it was like my primary book for the whole month. But it did turn out quite nice, so yeah, we're going for some Stephen King. Then we have the second one I got in that haul, which is Revival by Stephen King. I also don't know anything about this, but yeah, this seems to be. It seems to have something to do with the devil, and like this really strong bond between two guys. So yeah, don't know much, but hopefully it's good. I still have to lay it flat a little bit more. It got damaged in shipping, sadly. It is also of the book haul, and yeah, but it's getting straighter again, But yeah, this is the second one. We have one big Stephen King, one smaller Stephen King, You have to, because Stephen King books are so big, like it takes me so long to get through them. Then we have two which I'm so looking forward to, and the first one is Aliens Nightmare Asylum. Look at this nice copy. This book is as old as me, so it kind of fits, turning 30. The book is also turning 30, but this edition, technically it came out I think 2 or 3 years before that, but this edition is as old as I am. And yeah, this is by Steve Perry, which I read another Alien book by him already, which I really, really enjoyed. And then we have the second Alien novel that I want to read, and that is Aliens the Female War. And this is by Steve Perry and Stephanie Perry, so father-daughter duo. I also read an Alien novel by her already. I also like that one. I think a little bit more so than her father's, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Also, I like that they wrote it together. So yeah, I mean, Alien novels always go. But I do also plan on doing a rewatch of the Alien movies. I think so far I've watched all of the Alien ones. I think I do have to still watch some of the Predator ones. I don't think I've watched all of those, but I do love me the Alien ones. But I haven't watched the newest Alien one because I haven't got around to go to the cinema in a long time now. So yeah, I haven't watched that one yet, so I will need to watch the Alien movies again, and maybe when I'm through with all of them, I can go back and watch the newest one. We'll see. But that is the plan somehow, because I do really like the Alien franchise. My partner brought me onto it when we met. I had never watched an Alien movie, and he is a really big fan of them. So he was like, okay, let me show you. Like, he showed me so many movies. I really wasn't a movie watcher before him. I'm still not so much, but I've gotten more into it. And so yeah, he's gotten me into the Alien franchise, and now I've read quite a few Alien books, and I'm looking out for more and more so I can have them all one day, because I really, really enjoy them. They're great action books, but you also have the spooky alien components. I would really recommend them if you want some, extraterrestrial books for October. Then we have this one, which I don't know much about because I bought it randomly secondhand. It's called Dead Ringers by David Cronenberg. No, Barry Wood and Jack Giesland. I think David Cronenberg is the film adaptation of this one. And yeah. And it is about the bizarre love of two twin doctors and the hellscape their life has become. So hopefully it's full of like twin horror. I would really like that. I mean, we all know the twins in The Shining, so hopefully it goes maybe in that direction. It would be cool. I just don't know much about it, so we'll see how it turns out. I don't have a good track record with the secondhand horror books I've bought, so I'm not hoping too much, but it could always turn out nice. Then we have a Dracula book, which I have this one for quite some while now, and I really need to read it. It's called Anno Dracula by Kim Newman, and it is pretty much an alternative version of Dracula, where the vampires are more out in the open, and then Jack the Ripper comes, and he is starting to cut vampire girls down. Just like he did in the original without the vampire before it. And yeah, the widow of Windsor has married Dracula, so he's come to London as, the official ruler, kind of. And so vampires kind of are like having the time of life in London, and then, Jack the Ripper comes and, hurts the vampires that are ruling London now. And so it sounds really interesting. I love Dracula. I have read a lot about Jack the Ripper because I think it's a fascinating tale and a really, really tragic and sad tale. So I don't know, putting a spin on it together with Dracula might be really interesting. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's good. I'm having high hopes for this one because it just sounds interesting. And then I have to start somewhere. I have quite a few Anne Rice books, but I don't own a complete series from the ones that I have that are from a series. So I have, I think, book like 5, 8, and 9 from the Interview with the Vampire series. But obviously it makes no sense to read the books in the series. So I have found out that this one is a standalone. So we will try this. I mean, her books are known to be horror books, so I'm hoping that this one is as well. It's called Violin. I don't know much other than we have a grieving woman whose husband died, and she meets a guy playing violin, and I think he's kind of a dark force, something like that. He's called Stefan, and yeah, it's a dramatic, weird mystery, I feel like. I hope it's good. I have never read anything by Anne Rice, so I don't know if her books are actually good. But I own quite a few because I bought them on eBay. Like a lot of the books I bought back in the days. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I have also never watched a movie of one of her books, so I have no idea what I'm getting myself into with that one. And then the last one is a Dean Koontz book, because I found the second one I remembered when I read Mr. Murder. And this is called Winter Moon. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea what it's about. It just sounds crazy. I don't really know what is happening, but it has something. I think our main characters are technically cops, and the family of one of the cops who's in the hospital because of a Hollywood director who went crazy, kind of, and then there are also wolves in there somewhere. I mean, Mr. Murder, I was like 50-50. I really liked the beginning, but it felt really obvious where the story went, and so that took a lot of the excitement out of the book. So we'll see how it goes with this one. The story sounds a little bit more crazy than Mr. Murder, so hopefully it's a little bit more interesting, but I did like the writing style, so I'm having high hopes for that one. So yeah, those are all of the books that I plan on reading. Is it realistic that I read all of them? No, it's not realistic that I read all of them, but we'll try as hard as I can, and hopefully I can get through most of these. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want reviews for these books, you will have to come back, or just subscribe so you can see when I publish the vlogs or the individual reviews if I do one on the channel. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed watching this, and hopefully I will see you again in the next video.